Good morning. It's August 20th here on my front porch. Getting around late today. It's like 8:30 already, and we really had a full day yesterday. But I got stuff to do, so come go with me. We got to get a skid loader tire put on. There's the view from my front porch this morning. Nice and sunny. Supposed to get up hot today. Heat index way over 100. There's the 966 with the 2615 Legend hooked onto it. Yeah, we was really busy yesterday. I don't know if we got anything accomplished, but we made some firewood. I delivered a load of lumber to Fourth State and got another order for lumber. I delivered a load of lumber to Fred Mills, and then we had some other stuff happening. Had to go look at a camper. My youngest son Dakota's wanting to get him a camper to park where he's gonna build a house up on the Perry place. There I go again with that naming the place. Named after a guy that had it, and we bought it off from his widow. It's funny how that works, because I actually bought it from my mom and dad, but it's the Perry place, so I guess once it's in the family. But we got a skid steer tire. Well, yeah, actually the way it worked is after lunch I took a load of cans to Fred, and then Dakota pulled a tire off a skid loader that was flat, and he cut up 3 or 4 logs into firewood on the processor, and it was just really hot. We don't have any electric in the building where the processor's at, so we don't have a fan over there. If you had a fan blowing on you, you could stand it, but it's really, really hot and sweaty, and he said he just got too hot, so he quit that and had to go and check his cows and stuff. And when I got back from Fred's, then me and him and his girlfriend had lined up to go look at a camper yesterday evening, and I had to go to the bank and had to take that tire by and get it fixed. So we done all that, and while I was at the tire shop, I got another order for lumber. And then the camper we went to look at was all the way at Oswego, Kansas, so Caitlin, his girlfriend, drove us over there in her little car. Air conditioner worked good in that car. I like the back seat right now. I don't get to ride in the back seat very much, but they kind of chauffeured me over there. And the camper we looked at was plenty okay. There was nothing wrong with it, but the guy wasn't interested in coming off his price, and I have a feeling he already had. He listed it before Dakota ever started looking for a lot higher, and so we decided we're just going to keep looking. It was almost out of his price range anyway. And if you all don't know how to deal with that kind of stuff, is you don't get mad at him because he won't come off his price. It's his. He can ask for what he wants, and he may find somebody to give it to him. Like I said, it was a plenty nice of a camper, but you just have to say, well, that's actually more than what we're interested in giving right now, and we haven't looked at very many of them. So, and that's what we told the guy, that we might be back with him, but we didn't know. We're still looking around. We thought, well, look at a couple more of them. So he's found one that has hail damage on it, has had a leak, and I don't know, you know how them things go. But those little campers only have a little fiberglass roof. It's no wonder to me if hail hits them that they leak, huh? Well, anyway, while we was gone to Oswego, I get a call from one of my church members, and another person's a member of my church, and they haven't been able to attend for a while. There's a lot of people that's getting up there in years that go to my church, and that are members there, and so I hadn't got to see these people, but they said the man didn't wake up yesterday morning. He was kind of unresponsive, and that they had got an ambulance to come pick him up and took him to the hospital. So And being that was one church member telling me this, I was like, well, I better call the hospital. I got home and I called the hospital. I didn't even come in the house. I called the hospital when I got down here at the house, or to the gate, and they said they had him and the gate was shut. I'm pretty sure my wife wasn't here yet, so I just went on up there. And so it was, I went and visited them, prayed with him, and he's doing very good. They said it was a diabetic problem, that his insulin wasn't right. John's his name. He said he didn't think he ate enough. But I went and prayed with him, and some of his family was there and got to talk with them, and we had a good little visit. But I didn't stay very long. I was getting really, really tired, and it was, the sun goes down now about 8 o'clock here. So it was dark, after dark, when I got home in here, and I didn't realize it until this morning, but the reason I was so stupid tired, I went to bed a little after 9 last night. The reason I was so stupid tired was I'd been up since 5. I woke up yesterday morning at 5 o'clock and couldn't go back to sleep. So, but anyway, that's how it goes. Any of you young people out there, you ought to enjoy the time when you've got enough energy you can work and do whatever you want to, because I used to do that. I used to work 18, 20 hours a day all summer and do that part of the winter time. And now, boy, I can't go. I go as hard as I can, as long as I can, but I don't last near as long as I used to. So, kind of rough. There's my old 966. This old tractor's pretty good old beast. It's got a few leaks. Got a leak on the injection pump right there. That's a funny thing. That thing will leak from right in there, and it only does it when it's idling. I got a friend I'm gonna call and see if he's interested in come looking at it. He might be able to just change the gasket in there. Those injection pumps get kind of pricey if you have to take them somewhere. Want to be on my video?
No, not really.
Oh, well, you are. Have a good day at work.
You too.
See you tonight. Kind of hard for me to get this stupid tire off the back of my truck. Actually thought about putting you all in my pocket. Yeah, well, it's just part of the ride. Yeah, that 966, boy, it's got a lot of power. Same motor as the 1086s, but it don't have a turbo. It's a fine looking tractor. That's a factory cab on it, and it has air conditioning and it works. I ain't trying to sell it. Don't come thinking you're gonna buy my 966. TAC works on it. It's only got, I think it's around 6,000 or 7,000 hours. Pretty clean tractor. I bought it from a guy, a trader, and it's pretty sure he bought it at auction. It's got an auction number wrote on the side of the hood, and we've had that about 5 years or 6. Use it on that bush hog sometimes. I spread fertilizer with it 2 years ago, and the fertilizer buggy broke the drawbar. Little plate on the bottom of the drawbar that holds the long piece up, and it broke it. There's some sawdust in the air. I don't know if you can see it or not. That little plate down in there that goes underneath that drawbar, the bolts was missing out of one side of it, and I didn't know it. Can't see them. And what happened was that fertilizer buggy, it wasn't that it was heavy, it was that it bounces up and down so much when you get them half empty, all the weight's in the back end of them. And it broke that drawbar loose. we found the piece. It was in a hayfield, and we found the piece the next year. But it was one of those things where it just, and then I had to buy that casting. And it took us a while to find one. Thought I'd found one. It was off of a 1486, but they're different. 966 was a smaller casting on the back of it. So I got a spare for my 1086s. It would have fit them, but it wouldn't fit that one. And so finally found us one, got it back on there. We use it to do stuff like that, and it does, it mows hay for us. Usually I have a Kuhn 800 disc mower on it, but that's kind of how it is right now, where Cody's got some bush hogging he's trying to get done. So Cody ought to be showing up out here to help me put this tire on, but he ain't here yet. So I'm gonna shut you down, and if I get to doing something interesting later, well, maybe we'll pick this up and make another one. I was reading in Proverbs today. The Bible says that a man will talk down about something that he's trying to buy, but then when he buys it, he's got just what he described. So y'all be careful how you talk about things. I find that in this life it's a battle, and the biggest part of the battle is not against things that are tangible, that we can touch or feel on the outside, but rather the biggest part of the battle is one between your ears. And so if you go to look at to buy something, look at the finer points of it, and it may have faults. Like this little skid steer. The first thing that everybody that's talked to me about it is they want to tell me, oh, well, that's not heavy enough to do anything. But you know what? I'm going to guess that 80 to 90% of the work we do with a skid loader don't max out their capacity anyway. And I have machines that'll do the rest. I just need a little get around. So be careful about talking down about things, because when you, the Bible says when you talk down about things, you'll get just what you talked about. Hope y'all have a great day. If you're down in here in Oklahoma, southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas, or southeast Kansas today, be careful. It's going to be hot. They've had excessive heat warnings out for us, heat and humidity together, giving us a way over 100 heat index. And drink lots of water, stay cool if you can. And God bless you. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.